All right, y'all, let's get into this little chest day here. Now, what I'll say before we start this up is, well, one, I'm glad I'm at my home gym because I didn't re-rack the weights from last time, so I'm able to just get right into it. I'm super tired today. So, yesterday was my first off day. It was day 50. It was the first day that I took off from the gym, and the reason that I took off was because I was tired. I've been doing a lot of work at the rent house. I was a little mentally fatigued, and I said, you know what? I'll be better tomorrow, and I'll get a good workout in tomorrow. I said, why waste a whole workout? Why waste my chest day when I'm too tired to really get a good lift in? But I realized today, the reason why I don't take days off is because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. And today I'm probably twice as tired, okay? I had we had a busy day at work, and I have some extremely stressful things going on mentally. You gotta be in court on Wednesday, hoping I don't go to prison. So I've been extremely stressed. And today I feel like twice as bad as I did yesterday, but I'm not gonna take another day off, you know? So, lesson learned, do not take off days just because you're a little tired. Let me flip this around real quick. Yeah, just keep going. Also, I really haven't been doing my cardio, so lifting weights is the only way I'm burning calories other than my resting metabolic rate. So I need to lift weights every day to burn more calories every day because we're on a cut. All right, little warm-up set with 225. No matter how tired I am or weak I feel, 225 is always light. So, and that's sufficient. We don't want to wear ourselves out. Whoa, what was that? My freaking phone? Yeah. But yeah, y'all, working out at the home gym tonight because where the hell are my 25s? Where are my 25s? Oh, there's one down there. Oh, look, and here's one right here. Y'all, if y'all are wondering, I still haven't cleaned the gym. I still have not cleaned the gym. It will happen one of these days, I promise. I've just had so many other things going on that it hasn't been the right time. But I will clean it sooner than later. I'm also going to move this camera around as the workout goes on because lately I've been like leaving it in one spot, and I had someone say, hey, we need different camera angles. So I'll move it around. I put a wider angle lens to where I can like have more flexibility in where I actually stick the tripod. So, all right, so we just did 225. You saw how much time I waited. Basically none at all. I'm gonna do a couple reps with 275, see how it feels. It felt pretty light. I'm not gonna lie, that did feel pretty light. Let's go ahead and move the camera here. Let's see. Oh, I'm adjusting the wrong thing here. So these workouts, y'all, these are as far as filming goes, this is as raw as it gets, you know? I'm not doing any editing. Y'all are actually, you know, I'm not like cutting to the clip where I have a new camera angle. We're just fucking going, baby. All right. Yeah, I'd really like to tear down this mirrored wall and expand this gym into the office. I have a little bit more space. It'd be a pain in the ass to move everything, but ultimately it would be a lot better. I also Have been looking at the Rogue Monster belt squat. Is it no, it's the Rhino belt squat. Because that thing looks freaking awesome. And I love the belt squat. I think if I had, so if I had a, let's see. If I had a, I could probably get rid of this leg press machine, to be quite honest. I like it. But if I had a belt squat, I would like that a lot more. But if I had a belt squat, a seated leg curl, leg extension machine, like I have that little rack attachment, to be honest, I don't like it, made by Titan. It just, you can't load enough weight on it. The resistance curve isn't right. So I'd like a plate loaded or like a stack loaded seated hamstring curl leg extension hybrid. I'd really like them as two separate machines because anything that does more than one function typically isn't the best at it, right? So it probably doesn't do either as good as the individual machines would. It's just a space problem and money. It costs, this equipment costs a lot of money. But okay, so perfect scenario: a belt squat, a separate leg extension machine, a separate seated hamstring curl, and a seated calf. If I had those things, I'd be done. I could work out at home indefinitely. And if this extended into the office, the gym would be a lot bigger. So we just have a lot more space. I'd buy heavier dumbbells, of course. You know, there'd be other things that I'd get. But really, those three machines would be the biggest pieces of the puzzle. Because ultimately, with the dumbbells I have now, if I need to lift more weight, I can just use a barbell. But that would be fun for the home workouts, especially because I have control over here. Like I'm not playing any music. So none of these videos get copyright. It's just us and the weights. I have freedom to speak however I want, you know. It's a good time. Is my watch dead? Yo, I have so many things I have to charge all the time. All right, 3:15. Whoop. Let's see. And I don't know where I'll stand with this. I might fart a little bit because I'm feeling gassy. All right, make sure your setup's right. Okay. Yes. Y'all, so if you saw how much of a grinder that last rep was, that's the same thing I did last time I was in this gym. Except last time I only got 7 reps. That time I got 8. So that's pretty fucking awesome. Because I was feeling kind of like shit today. And that made me feel better. Especially because I only took half a scoop of pre. It's getting late. It's like, I think it's like 8:30. I still got to go to Crumble and get some Crumble cookie to review. So I just didn't want to be stemmed out. I want to get a good night's rest because I've had a stressful last couple days. So I didn't take a lot of pre, and I got an extra rep from the last time. So that's awesome. And I think my form was a little better. There's so much variability in bench press because it's such a technical lift that, like, you know, I feel like depending on the environment, like how much adrenaline you have going, the pre, technique, and just like, you know, your day, like your energy levels for the day. I mean, like I could see myself getting just 5 reps if all those variables are off. And I feel like I can see myself getting 10 if I'm just like really on. But there's a lot of variability. Just your form being slightly off, the way you breathe being off, can make you lose like a couple reps, you know? So just keep that in mind. Really pay attention to how you're lifting. It's one of the reasons I like bench press, because most of the most bodybuilding moves, I feel like I don't know if it's that they're not technical, or if it's just that I've been doing them for so long that it seems like it's automatic. But bench press, I guess I learned to do recently, and I'm still not doing it perfect, but I learned the actual form like within the last couple of years. So it's like new to me, and I'm figuring it out. But like I don't know, pretty much anything else, like dumbbells or whatever, I know how to press them. I have good mind-muscle connection. Explode on the concentric, slower on the eccentric. To me, it doesn't take much thought. But when I think about other people I see in the gym doing stuff, I'm like, maybe it's not as easy as I think. Because it's literally, sometimes I'm like, well, I would never make a video showing someone how to do a tricep press down, because you're just pressing down. It seems so easy. But then I go in the gym and I see people doing the craziest fucking shit, and they like obviously don't know, And I'm surprised, because I'm like, man, with all the information available online, all the free resources, like, how are you standing here doing that like that, And I'm not like talking shit on them or judging them. I get that some people are less experienced than others in the gym. It's just like we have so much information available to us. Just some of the stuff I see people doing, I'm like, you're either not like trying to learn at all, because I don't like look too much into the scientific stuff. A little bit lately, but I'm mostly just going and lift the weights based on stuff I learned 10 years ago, A lot of times I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions. But there's some people that I guess it's almost like they have no information available to them. Like they just go in there and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna grab this weight and do like whatever, It's weird. It's weird. But of course we all have different goals as well. Man, I didn't take hardly any pre. I'm feeling kind of pumped already. I'm feeling strong. Y'all saw the warm-up that it took. I am taking a longer rest because that was pretty taxing. I did go to failure. I mean, I didn't fail that last rep, but if I would have went down, it would have been over for me. Yeah, y'all saw what I did. I don't know what it was, like 8 reps at 225. Immediately went into 2 reps at 275. Took a small break just to move the camera, then hit 315 for 8. I don't have to warm up much. I really don't get injured in the gym, knock on steel. I don't. Every now and then I'll have like a minor thing, and typically I can just work through it, which is crazy. It's like, and that's not advice. Don't do what I do. But I see people like foam rolling, getting body work done, the suction cups, which, by the way, scientifically is not proven to do anything. I went to massage school. I read up on all the Graston techniques, the scraping and the cupping, and you can read, there's Harvard studies. There's no proven effectiveness to any of that. So it's so funny when I see all the influencers with all the cup marks all over their body. It's like, they're the ones getting injured, They're like, oh, I'm injured, now I'm taking some BPC 157. It's like, maybe that injured you, Maybe you're doing too much. Anyway, all right, y'all, I probably should go down in weight, but I'm feeling kind of lazy. So what I'm looking for right here is like 4 reps. I got 8 last time, but that was pretty taxing for me. And I've said before, I use bench press just to gauge my strength. I don't really use it for hypertrophy. I just want to make sure I'm still repping 315, basically. All right, let's see. All right, that wasn't bad. That was 6 reps. Pretty damn good, actually. And those two sets in particular, I really felt, I actually did them, I'm barefoot right now. I've been thinking that shoes give me a better leg drive, but I don't know. I felt really planted. I really felt connected to my core. Like I was driving through my legs, up through my core, anchored with my upper back. And I was like, it felt like a full body movement. Because, you know, I used to do bench press so wrong, where I was like completely flat backed, no leg drive, and I was pressing through my shoulders. And I benched 315 like that. I think I benched 325 or 335 like that. 325, I think. And then when I figured out the form, it didn't take me very long. I was 365. And then, of course, I hit 4 plates, 405. And then, of course, I got on a little help and my bench went up a lot. But that is not technique driven. That is enhancement driven. So now I just like, what was my last max that I did? 385? I think I had 395 in me. But I'd like to get back to 405 one day. And you know, when I was on the stuff, I was like, I didn't know what to call it. When I was on the stuff, we'll just call it the stuff. I could see myself being a 500-pound bencher, and that was like a big driving factor in my mind. But now that I've like, and like whenever I got off and I started getting weak again, it was making me kind of depressed. But now when I look back on it, I'm like, why does it matter, you know? Like, sure, I'd love to have a video of me hitting 500 at one time, you know, just to say I did it. But at the end of the day, it's like 400, 500. I'm a hobbyist. It really doesn't fucking matter, you know? So, we're just trying to be as strong as we can be right now. Let me change this up again. Let's see. We'll do this. This lens used to be the only lens I used on the camera, and I forgot how much I like it. So this is a 20 millimeter lens. It goes to a 2.8 aperture, which is pretty shallow. Oh, I always forget about this. The zero gap. Yeah, a 2.8 aperture is really all you ever need, I would say. But lately, I started using the, I started using the 35 1.4, which is crazy. And it's why everyone's been like, maybe not everyone, but a few people have been like, dude, how are your videos so crisp? It's because of that 35 millimeter lens. And then when I'm vlogging, I'm using a 14 1.8, which is also super shallow. And it's really shallow if you know anything about cameras. 1.8 for a 14 millimeter, which is super wide angle, is kind of like unheard of. That is really shallow for a wide angle lens. So, yeah, it looks good enough, I think. So those are the two I've been using. So basically, like some people will get like a, some people will get a zoom lens. So a good lens to have if you want to start making content, a great lens to have is a 16 to 35 zoom. 16 to 35 2.8 is like probably one of the best lenses ever made for versatility, because you can do a wide angle 16 and vlog. And then if you want like a 35, like a little bit more punched in shot with the blurry background, you can just zoom in. You don't have to change lenses. But what I was doing, because I don't have any zoom lenses, I just like prime lenses better, is I was just had two different cameras. So I have one camera that I use for vlogging, and I keep the 14 millimeter on it. And then I have is this camera that I'd use for the gym videos, and I just keep the 35 on it. That's what I've been doing lately. And that's the way I'll continue to do it if I'm like at the commercial gym and I'm vlogging simultaneously. But for the home gym, and really for everyday stuff, this 20 millimeter can do pretty much everything. So, all right, we're gonna do a little bit of incline press. So we're gonna do the same exact workout we did last time. Because it felt amazing. We're doing incline press, dumbbells. I'm just gonna go straight into the 100s because I already warmed up on bench. Then we're going to do, and hopefully the focus. I notice when I wear this hat and it puts shade on my eyes, sometimes this camera doesn't focus. So I had a whole set be blurry the other day. But I guess I could use main, whatever. But yeah, we're gonna do, probably 2 sets on here. And then we're gonna probably keep those cables right where they are and do the high to low cable press. And then I'm gonna get this bench and I'm gonna do flies because that workout was amazing last time. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna grab these 100s and we're gonna get into it. Let's see. Something cracked that I don't think's ever cracked before just now when I was picking these up. I need to get like a single tier shelf so I don't have to pick these off the ground every time. Because I'm not a deadlifter, so I feel like my body's not like made, like it's not prepared to lift weight off the ground. Whatever. All right, let's see. All right. When the weight's too light, just go slower on the way down. Okay, I committed a crime right there. I committed a crime. I sold myself short. So I told y'all last time that muscle growth is mostly stimulated by the eccentric, the downward portion. So if you're doing a set like I just did, that last rep, I fought for it. When I got that last rep, what I need to do is I need to finish going slow and get that last bit of growth out of myself. What I did what a lot of people do. Got it up. Oh, I'm done. Throw them down. You're not done. If you can get the weights up, you can lower them, and that is important. Especially if you want to get everything out of what you're doing, everything out of your set. Now, let me see. I want to make sure this is focused here. Let me pop this right here. You might be thinking, I don't know how many reps I just did, but mid-set I was like, look, if the weight's too light, go a little slower. You might be thinking, man, this guy only got 8 to 10 reps. What's he talking about? It looked pretty heavy. 8 to 10 reps is what I was looking for. And I was going slower. If I was just cranking those out, I might have got 12, 15, which if that's a working set you like to do, then that's fine. You'll always benefit though from going a little bit slower on the eccentric. That's just how you're supposed to work out, Half a second, 1 second up, explode up, however fast you want to do the concentric. On the eccentric, 2 to 4 seconds would be ideal, okay? You don't have to do like an 8-second eccentric. I used to do these, this guy had wrote me this program one time and it was like it was curls and you did a half rep, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. So it's pretty symmetrical. Then you did 6 seconds up, which is like really slow. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you did 9 seconds down. And it gave a great pump, I'll say that. But I think it was overkill as far as like time under tension is concerned. And obviously you can't do a lot of weight like that. So as far as like lifting enough weight to stimulate muscle growth, you know. I don't know. I don't know how effective that actually was. But I was enjoying it at the time because it was really fucking hard. But I guess how hard a workout isn't necessarily a measure of how effective it is. One time, y'all, I hired this trainer at Reds, and he does like sports training. And I used to play hockey. I was like a national level in my youth, a national level hockey goalie, and I quit. It was too much. The traveling, the pressure the parents put on you. Like, I didn't have a life. I really didn't. I would go to hockey practice for like 3 hours a night. I was playing football at the time in junior high. All summer, my dad would book me in like these hockey camps. Like, I was instructing hockey camps when I was like 13 years old. And my friends would be like hanging out at the pool, going to the beach, doing all this stuff. And I was like, I hate my life. Like, it made me hate the sport so much because I was just pushed to do it. And it was like, my dad was upset because I didn't even want to do it and I was good. So he was like, man, if you actually if you actually focused and cared, he's like, you could be a pro. That's what he thought, you know? But I was like, no, I fucking hate this shit. I just want to do hood rat shit with my friends, you know? So I quit. And I think like a year and a half went by, hung out with my friends, enjoyed that life. And then I kind of got the itch to play again. And I was like, you know what? I want to play again, but like my friends that kept playing, they're like above, like they passed me up kind of, and that was in my head what I thought. I was like, I just can't just go get back on the ice, you know. I gotta really train for this. So we hired this like sports specific coach for training, and I remember he took me out on this obstacle course, and I hadn't been working out for a while. And as a kid, I just like drank Dr. Pepper and like ate whatever I wanted, you know. So I was like probably pretty out of shape, but he put me through this obstacle course for like an hour, and it was like non-stop, like climbing the ropes, climbing stairs, walking lunges, like throwing balls, like probably not really specific to hockey at all now that I think about it. But I remember laying on a bench and being like, this is the last moments of my life. Like, I will die today. Like, it's over for me. There was no amount of water that could hydrate me. I think I was about to have a heat stroke. And I trained with that dude for like probably about 4 weeks. I was doing like 3 times a day. And then I said, you know what, this is, I don't want to play hockey. I don't want to get back into it. I probably would have done better by just like starting to play hockey again, but that kind of burnt me out immediately. And then I like, you know, started talking to girls and stuff, and that kind of became my main focus in life for quite some time. But that was a waste of time too. Do not waste your time chasing girls. I swear to you. Like, spend your time like building yourself and being successful and doing the things you like and you're passionate about. And your passion for life and stuff will naturally attract women. But do not chase the women. That's like probably some of the most wasted years of my life. Dedicating all my energy to girls. All right, last set here. So we get that last rep, and now we go slow to finish it. That's how it's done. That's how you finish up. All right, high to low cables, flies, and then we're out of here. Let's see. This is what I did last time. Worked like a charm. All right. Let's put on these metal handles. I typically like the metal handles better. But at the same time, sometimes if you're like pushing and it's gonna like hit on your wrist bone or something, it actually sucks. I don't remember which ones I used last time. I might have used you know what? I do like the metal ones better, but I actually think for these I end up using these softer ones. Which, by the way, I found a lot of things about this rep fitness stuff that I like. I've also found some things that really freaking suck. Let me flip this hat around. Okay. Yeah, I've also found a lot of things that really freaking suck. But one of the things that was kind of unanimous on the internet was that these grips that they have suck. And I like these like a lot. I think they're just fine. I feel like pretty much every video I saw was kind of talking shit on those grips. And I think that was a user error. I think those people were maybe particularly weak or something, because these feel great. Unless they redesigned them. Maybe they redesigned them. I really don't know. All right. Let's put you over here. We'll put y'all over here and y'all can watch Daddy work, okay? Let's see. Is this gonna be a good angle? If I come right here, wow, wow, wow. I have a pile of shit right there, so that's why y'all are right there. Normally, if I didn't have all that stuff right there, I'll show y'all what I have. I'll show you. Look at this. Can you guys see that? I have all this fucking shit on the ground. All I need to do, literally, all I need to do is pick it up. And if I did pick it up, I could put this camera wherever I wanted. I'd have so much more freedom. This is not gonna work. But I just can't seem to see that project through. I just can't seem to do it. I don't know why. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Well, the framing's good, but you know what? The weight's not good. I could do this all day. I don't know if y'all watched the last video. That's how I felt on a certain weight. And then when I went up too heavy. And I couldn't even fucking move it. So we'll see if I do that again. All right. Let's see what we got. Because I don't know why I jump so much. I just jumped a lot. Just making sure that angle's right, baby. I'll look at y'all directly in the eyes while I do this set. Yeah. I'm gonna go up one more notch. And like y'all, that last set, I was looking at y'all directly, kind of joking around, horsing around. It's okay to do that, you know? You should be having fun when you work out. Some people you should take it seriously, you know? If you want to make progress, put some work in. But at the same time, some people take this shit way too seriously. I'm not ever gonna step on stage. I'm definitely never gonna be in the Olympia or anything, much less an amateur show, or even an amateur show. Whew. But man, some people just take this shit way too fucking seriously. And it's like I said, I'm all for it. I'm all for you being passionate about working out. I am as well. That's why I've been training pretty much every day. I'm actually doing this workout. I'm so mad that I skipped yesterday. Now, you can't hold on to it. Yesterday's gone. You just gotta move forward. But I had more energy yesterday. I could have easily done this. Once you get started, it's simple. You just gotta start. I think that's the biggest, and this can, I feel like a marionette. But this is a good life lesson for anything, for literally anything. Just start. Starting is literally the hardest part. It always is. And I do it with everything in life, whether it be like doing a repair on the Jeep. Like, okay, for instance, picking up this pile of trash right here. Every time I come in here, it's in the way. Every time it's an inconvenience. Every time I look at it, and it's like 4 big things. I mean, I have to organize that closet so I can store it properly, but it's like 4 big things and like a bunch of little pieces that I don't even need. I'll probably just throw in a Ziploc bag. To clean that spot up might take 30 minutes, maybe 20, but I just keep putting it off. And when the day comes that I finally do it, I'm gonna be like, why didn't I do that 4 months ago? You know what I mean? Like, the hardest part of anything, in my opinion, is starting. Same with this workout. I literally told my girlfriend, I said, man, I really want to take another day off. I said, I feel terrible. But I told myself yesterday that I would not build that backsliding momentum and let myself lose focus. I made that promise to myself. So, in honor of keeping that, I decided to train today anyway. But like, that's how I get. I'll take 1 day off and it leads to 2 days off, 3 days off, a week, a month, 2 months. I've taken an entire year off of training because of one bad day. And I'm not gonna let that happen again. This movement feels really good because what it feels like is it feels like a dip. You know, like the angle you're coming in, like a dip. It's almost the same exact trajectory as a dip. But the difference is you can come in and squeeze your pecs together. So like a dip, obviously your arms are fixed. You're doing that, but you're tightening that chest. On these, it's the same thing, except you can like pivot and squeeze together. This, in my opinion, is a great chest exercise. There's nothing scientific about what I just said. I haven't researched it whatsoever. I'm just telling you what I feel. And I will say, in the last couple years, I have grown my side chest quite a bit without this movement. I just recently incorporated this into my training, but it's something that now I really don't want to go without. I really enjoy it. So, as with anything else, that's personal preference, but I would say try it out and see what you think. And let me know. Let me know. All right. I wonder if I can do that same weight with flies.
I'm gonna go down. No. I don't think I could have done it with flies. I was thinking it was on something else. All right. You know, one motivator of doing this workout, or getting it done, I should say, is after we're going to get crumble cookie. I'm doing a crumble cookie review. And the flavors look pretty interesting this week. So I'm very excited. All right, let's move y'all again. Whoop. We'll put y'all back over here. Let's see, center this. Yeah, this 20 millimeter is the shit. I just recommended this to someone, to my boy Noah. I'm pretty sure Noah doesn't watch these videos, but I had just recommended this 20 millimeter lens to him. And then I kind of stopped using it. But I didn't want to tell him what I switched to, because what I switched to is a lot more expensive and unnecessary. I do want to stress that as well. I have some really nice camera gear. You do not need that to make content. Like, obviously, I'm not even doing that well on social. But if I were to do well, and you know, you saw my content, don't attribute it to the stuff I'm using, you know? Because obviously, like someone like Sam Sulik, you know, he took over just on his iPhone, so. Like, don't say, oh man, if only I had this camera, because I did that. I did that back in the day. Before I even knew what I was doing, I bought like the nicest shit that I saw like professional photographers using, and it didn't make me any better at making content. I had the tools to be better, but I didn't have the knowledge, so it really didn't matter. You know, I just saw, that was feeling pretty good. But being that we only really have like 2 sets of this, and then we're done, I just saw this scientific guy talking about flies. And he was talking about not bending your elbow too much. And he was talking about keeping your arm like this, which my arms are a little wider than this rack, so we'll have to see how it goes. But I'm gonna try to grab the cable behind the rubber ball like this. And I'm gonna try to do flies like this and see what that feels like. Whew, I don't know if you heard that neck crack. And this bench is just it's not quite centered. That's the only thing about like a machine, like a fly machine, pec deck machine. Everything's already locked into place for you. When you have a free bench and a free everything, you have to line everything up. There's a little bit of a drawback. But, okay. I actually don't know how I'll set up. Let's see. I feel like that was about to be some Final Destination shit. So, what I will say about that is it felt pretty interesting. It did feel like I kind of took the shoulder out of it entirely, but it was so hard to grab the thing like that. And ultimately, I actually like I'm glad I tried that out, but I actually like
You know, there's other people that suggest when you come back, you bend the elbow. Like this guy was basically saying, keep your arm as straight as possible. Rotate it like this and do this. And he's like a very scientific based guy, so I'm not saying he's wrong, but having done both and felt it, I think the old school way is superior, which is like when you come back, you let your elbows bend, get the stretch on the pecs, and then when you come forward, you extend your arms more. I don't know if I should rest or not. Well, I guess I've been putting in work. I'm gonna rest, but I basically did like half a set this way, the way I like, and then I finished the set like this. So I'm gonna call that one set. We'll do one more set, and then we'll be done. And like I said, y'all, like, this might not be this is kind of going back to my original philosophy when I started. This whole camera not level. There we go. Well, let me go down a little bit too. I think everything's overexposed as well. But I can bring that down in post. Yeah, when I started this journey with the working out every day, that was one of the things I told myself. I said, look, even if you can't have like a balls to the wall workout, at least go in there and do a few reps of something, you know? And last night I kind of said, you know what, that doesn't make sense. If you can't put all your effort in, why do it at all? But after skipping yesterday, I'm going back to my original philosophy where it's like, if you can do something, just do something and carry on. Because like this workout particularly, it's not super hard, but I'm definitely stimulating my muscles. At the very least, I'm maintaining the muscle mass that I've built, you know? The one thing that doesn't cause, or the one thing that I've seen negatively from the scientific community, negatively impact gains is going too hard. So, you know, Greg Doucette's always like, go harder than last time. But with the assumption that no one's going hard enough. But what I've seen from the scientific community is too much volume, overtraining, that leads to lack of gains. So in my opinion, if you're tired and you do a little bit less volume, you just come in here and do 4 sets of bench press, say, that might be beneficial. You actually you're stimulating your muscle, but giving yourself a break at the same time. This is all just talk. Like, I'm not giving advice. This is bro science right here. It's just what I'm thinking, okay? All right. That felt great, y'all. And that's it. No pump check. If you want to see some veins, I'll show you some veins, you know. Yeah, we got a little chest. Just right here. It's hard as rock. I'm not joking around, okay? But anyway, that's it for tonight's workout. Got a chicken pot pie from Costco baking in the oven. I'm gonna go get some crumble cookie. And we're gonna film that in the full day of eating. But as far as the workout's concerned, we're done, and I'll see y'all in the next video.